Hello YouTube. Today this video is about one of my favorite topics, which is retirement income. And I've watched all kinds of different videos on YouTube lately from some good channels that have some great information. They talk about the different scenarios, you know, if you take your CPP at 60, 65 or 70, the different amounts of money that you'll receive and how that will affect your retirement long term. Now, I've done a previous video where I talked about taking CPP at 60 for my situation because I had to retire early and I don't have a lot of income personally because I'm on CPP disability. So for me, I can take that CPP each month that I get and I can invest it in my TFSA or even a regular trading account. If somebody was so inclined, they can even put it into a, just a regular savings account. And over the 5-year period, you're going to accrue a pretty significant amount of money. Well, when you start thinking about your RRSPs and your CPP and your old age security and your GIS, when you start thinking about all these benefits, you want to get as much from the government as you possibly can. And if you start taking CPP at 60, yes, you will get less per month, but if you were going to get $640 a month CPP at 60, that adds up to $46,000 CPP that you will have before you reach the age of 65. And if you take that CPP money, if possible, and you put it into your TFSA, and it earns compounded dividends, or any other kind of income, because a TFSA can be it's a registered account, but it can have stocks and, and bonds and GICs, whatever the case may be. And that money every year is going to keep compounding until you're 65. And you could very well, if you're very lucky and choose some pretty good dividend paying stocks or some growth stocks, you could very much end up with a $100,000 TFSA or more by the time you turn 65. And when you do turn 65, instead of getting clawed back on the GIS, if you waited to 65 for your CPP and we're now going to get $1,000 a month from CPP at 65. Well, all you've really done is clawed back your GIS if you're still entitled to it. So, okay, fine, you're getting more money and it's going to last your lifetime. But when you start to be that RRSP, when you get above 71, has to start being withdrawn, which is going to raise your income even more. So what I'm trying to say is that a bird in the hand is worth a bird in the weight if you're a low-income senior. And a lot of these other YouTube videos that I watch, they talk about the fact that, if you're a lucky senior that, has an index pension or a very, very large RRSP, okay, fine, you're not going to get any GIS because you just have too high of an income. But I don't think that that's the norm. I think that the norm in Canada and even throughout North America is there's a lot of folks that have, like I mentioned before, they might have a lot of equity in their home, but they might not have a really large RRSP account. So being able to get as much government benefit, i.e. the GIS, in retirement, and being able to have a substantial TFSA, which you can draw on when you get to be 65 and above, from the money that you've contributed from your getting CPP at 60, that is going to allow you to have a much less income, which in turn is going to give you more of the guaranteed income supplement, as well as other government programs for low-income seniors, whether that be dental care, whether that be HST, GST rebates. There's telecom companies that give rebates to low-income seniors. So you really got to think about many things when you're planning for retirement. Health has to be another one. If your family background has a lot of your relatives not living much past, say, 70 or even younger, then waiting to take that money till 65 could mean you're leaving a lot of money on the table. So I guess what I'm trying to say in this video is that if you're cash rich in retirement, this will allow you to get a lot more money out of the government tax-free compared to if you wait until 65 or 70 to take your CPP. One side of the equation equals the other side of the equation. So if you only have a $7,000 a year CPP income, well, you're going to get a fairly substantial GIS. It would differ for each person. But if at 65, you start drawing your CPP and you're going to get, say, $1,000 a month. Now, mind you, the average CPP for most folks at 65 is only about $750 a month, because they haven't put in the 40 years at the maximum annual threshold of contributions. That taking that money at 60 is a lot more than having an extra $150 or $200 a month at 65, in my opinion. So with that said, planning is the most important thing that you need to do when it comes to retirement. Some people are retiring at 60 and they're drawing down on their RRSPs and making that their sole income from the age of 60 to 65 as well. Because the more money that you can get removed at a low tax base from your RRSP before the age of 65, the more money that you're going to get from the government 65 plus. So take the time to learn the ins and outs. Don't necessarily take what a YouTuber might say as far as how to do it or why to do it, but use it as use all this information that all these people are providing on YouTube. Use it to your best interest. Become a smart, intelligent senior, and the benefits are huge if you know how to play the system the best you can. So, all that said, I appreciate you watching my channel, and please subscribe to it. That way you'll see any new videos that I come up with. Hit the like button. This helps my channel get a lot more views and help a lot more people like yourself. I've spent an enormous amount of time investigating how all this works for my own benefit, but it can also benefit you. So subscribe, hit that like button, and hit that notification button so the next video that I make will help more folks as well. And just as important, please hit the comment button. or not the comment button, but please leave me comments, because I love answering them, and it helps us all learn more about the Canadian retirement system. So thanks for watching, and I hope everybody's safe out there, and have a wonderful day. Thanks very much. Bye now.